My wife, 33F, is denying we're married and wants to be called my girlfriend. I'm confused. My wife, 33F, and I, 29M, have been married 4 years now, coming on 5. We have generally had a good relationship and a good marriage. We had a reasonably expensive wedding which we're still paying for now. I get the bill every month to prove it. My wife took charge of planning the wedding, so it was to her tastes. She seemed to enjoy it at the time and for the first few years of our marriage. She would look back at the wedding with me happily and without issues. In recent months I've noticed my wife's attitude to A, our wedding, and B, our marriage itself shift. It began by her, I thought jokingly, referring to herself as my girlfriend. She told me to buy her a girlfriend card for Valentine's Day rather than a wife one, for example. I thought she was just playing around at first, but this behavior has only escalated. 2 months ago my wife stopped wearing her wedding ring. I was understandably upset and asked her if there was something wrong. She told me everything was fine and she just doesn't the sensation of jewelry on her hands. My wife has never liked rings and jewelry, so this could be the case. But when we are with friends my wife will get upset if I talk about her as my wife rather than just a girlfriend. She will go as far to interrupt me if I'm talking/telling a story to correct me on our relationship. Initially this was something our friends laughed at, but now everybody just finds it understandably awkward. One of our friends was talking about their own wedding which is scheduled for early next year. They asked for advice from my wife about how she'd planned ours and my wife responded with what wedding. When our friend continued talking about the table decorations my wife had used, my wife visibly teared up in front of the whole group and had to step outside. Later that evening I asked her directly if she has a problem with our relationship or if I'm doing something wrong in our marriage. She assured me that everything is fine between us. From my perspective outside of this issue our relationship is as strong as ever. We are considering kids in the near future. Our sex life is great. And my wife recently suggested we get matching tattoos as a renewal of our love. Is there advice anyone can offer on why my wife might be acting like this and what I should do? No kids until you find out what the hell is going on. Sounds like a mental breakdown. Go see a doctor or a therapist. You need to sit down with her seriously and make sure she's okay. This does sound like she could be having a breakdown and needs some help. If she got upset when friends talked about her table decorations, it sounds like Op's wife genuinely believes they are not married. As per other comments, meds or other health issues can cause this. Go to a doctor. I know 2 people who acted weird and did really crazy and dangerous things totally out of character. One of them involved a tractor, because their meds had messed up their calcium levels. Go to a doctor. Have you ever asked her directly about the issue? Just ask, why do you keep calling yourself my GF instead of my wife? See what happens and keep us updated. I think your wife might need a doctor or some therapy. What you've written sounds like she is having a disconnect from reality. Get professional help. Later that evening I asked her directly if she has a problem with our relationship or if I'm doing something wrong in our marriage. She assured me that everything is fine between us. Wrong question, we're married. You know we're married, we had a wedding, here are the photographs, here's the marriage certificate. Why are you feigning ignorance? Why are you telling me to get a girlfriend card rather than a wife card? Why are you correcting me when I call you my wife? It's not funny. It's strange, I think it's strange, our friends think it's strange. Please stop, it upsets me. You're not my girlfriend, you're my wife, I'm your husband, we're a married couple. Do you agree? If so, please stop saying otherwise. If not, we need to go to a couples counselor or you need to see a therapist because you're denying reality. This sounds like a serious mental health crisis. I would schedule an appointment with a trusted physician to first rule out any physical injury or issue that could be causing this somewhat sudden onset of denial and request scans of her head to rule out anything serious. If she's otherwise physically healthy, then it's time to see a psychologist. Either way, I suggest you be gentle with her at the moment. I would avoid confronting her about this topic. The fact that she said, "What wedding?" and had teared up leads me to believe there is something very serious happening to her, whether it's physical or mental, and in either case you are definitely not equipped to handle it. And if she is on the brink of some kind of emotional collapse, you don't want to be the one who pushes her over the edge by demanding answers or forcing her to look at photos of a wedding that she can't remember. As someone who has personally experienced some very serious mental health problems that included a sudden loss of short-term memory, I cannot tell you just how scary it is to feel betrayed by your own mind like that. Get her some help immediately. Good luck, Op. 4 options I see. She feels old. 33 is still quite young, but she might be self-conscious about her appearance. Society pushes high standards of youthfulness on women. The fact that she's the older party in a heterosexual relationship might make her more insecure. People have their own associations with words. Perhaps she associates wife with a frumpy old lady in an apron and girlfriend with a cool pretty college girl partying and living her best life. She has someone on the side and she's trying to distance herself from your relationship. Unlikely as you say your relationship is good, she has some mental problems, she might be losing memory, dissociating, etc. She might be anxious about the future of the relationship, even if your relationship is good. Maybe there's a problem with the amount/type of affection? Just because it seems stable and sex is good doesn't mean it couldn't be better. Maybe you speak a different love language. Or maybe if that's not her first relationship, she has suffered heartbreak in the past and is now insecure. I think you should seek therapy, both couples therapy and personal therapy for her. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe. It's free. Check out some other videos I've made.